Yeah, in the building. October 28th, 2025. You got Media Marcus Stream. Back in the building once again. As I promised yesterday that I would be back. I mean, it's a daily stream. How could I not? We're here October 28th, 2025. It's 11:31 p.m. We're 29 minutes from midnight. I'm always happy to be here with you guys, man. Feeling in great spirits. I'm just that kind of guy. Media Marcus, we are here. We're in the building. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a deal of the day that I already talked about, but I think it's a little more prevalent now as October 31st approaches Halloween, spooky season. I need a little. Oh, All right, I got a new drop starting tomorrow. I promise it's gonna be a spooky drop. But we're gonna do deal of the day. We're gonna talk some NBA and literally a game just started 11 p.m. Eastern. Warriors and the Clippers right now on my television, and no respect. They have no respect. NBA has no respect for the East Coast. But I'll talk NBA, MLB, World Series Game 4. So we'll talk the winner of that. Some news, a lot of things happen. Economy wise, man, we're not in a great place. So we'll talk about UPS, food stamps as well, and we'll get into some entertainment news as well. So we're here, Media Marcus. October 28th, 2025. I'm your guy, Media Marcus Daily Stream, and I'm here with you guys. I'll be here tomorrow as well, and Thursday. Tomorrow, running with the guys, I believe. We want to do What's the Line podcast and get some wins in the column. So, yeah, ride out with me. And yeah, let's talk. Let's go. Let's get into a few things. Got the deal of the day. We're going to start with the deal of the day here on Media Markets, October 28th, 2025. It is 11:32 p.m., 28 minutes from midnight. Always happy to be here with you guys. But yes, deal of the day. It is Chipotle entree. Let me get this right. Deal of the day, Chipotle entree on October 31st. You can get $6 entrees as long as you have some sort of costume after 3 p.m. on October 31st, Halloween. So throw on a mask, something of that nature, a cape, if you will, anything, football jersey, something of that nature, and get an entree for $6. This is October 31st at Chipotle, at your local Chipotle. So take advantage of that deal. You already got costumes, you already got it going. Why not throw some bunny ears or whatever you got going, a football jersey for the fellas? Take advantage of the deal. $6 entrees at Chipotle October 31st after 3 p.m. So take advantage of that deal. Deal of the day here on Media Marcus, October 28th, 2025, 11:33 p.m. Some of my favorite numbers right there, threes and the ones. But yes, I'm your guy, Media Marcus, and let's get into some NBA. What happened around the NBA today? As I left the Wizards game and they were up, but they folded there. So we'll talk NBA. But first, let's talk some MLB, Major League Baseball. Toronto Blue Jays defeat the Dodgers 6-2 in Los Angeles. Blue Jays tie the series 2 games apiece in the World Series. We will see at least 6 games in this series. After an 18-inning night last night and a loss for the Blue Jays, they come back tonight versus the Dodgers. They win 6-2 in Los Angeles, and the series is tied 2 games apiece. Impressive. Pretty impressive. Pretty damn impressive, Toronto. Got to give you credit there. I love an underdog. I mean, I still think the Dodgers are going to win championship DNA, but I can certainly be wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong in that instance. Toronto Blue Jays get it done after a long night, 18 long innings, and a loss and a walk-off home run. They bounce back in game 4 and get the W tonight. The Blue Jays do. So kudos to them. The World Series is tied 2 games apiece, and I think you might want to tune in to Game 5. I think we all might want to tune in to Game 5. Toronto Blue Jays and Los Angeles Dodgers tied 2 games apiece after the Blue Jays get the W tonight, October 28, 2025, and they head to Game 5. So shout out to them. Blue Jays love an underdog. They continue to fight. I thought maybe they would go down 3-1 tonight. They said, no, sir. There's 2 games apiece, and we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, we got to tune in for Game 5. Let's see, when is Game 5? Because I want to put this on my calendar. I don't always pay too much attention. Game 5 tomorrow in Los Angeles. So we'll be tuned in for that. It is the World Series. It is October 28, 2025, 11:35 p.m. And we got Media Markets right here in the flesh. And let's talk what happened around the NBA tonight as well. As like I said, we have an NBA game that just started 11 p.m. Eastern. The NBA does not care about the East Coast. Well, don't quote me on that. All right, don't quote me on that. But anyway, around the NBA today, let's look at some scores. Philadelphia 76ers defeat the Wizards 139 and 134 in overtime. In DC, the 76ers outscored the Wizards 32-16 in the fourth quarter, 13-8 in the overtime. So fourth quarter in the overtime, what is that? 45-24. The 76ers outscore the Wizards and they get it done on the road. Back-to-back nights. 76ers just won last night against Orlando, and now they do it again. Tyrese Maxey with MVP chance in Washington, D.C. He had 39 points, 11-25 from the field. Joel Embiid, he had 25 and 7 rebounds with 5 assists. I actually walked past Joel Embiid today. That was pretty cool. See him in the flesh. In Washington, D.C. So the 76ers get it done on back-to-back nights. The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Knicks 121-111. Giannis Antetokounmpo, after being named Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Giannis had 37 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. 16 of 22 from the field. I love Giannis's game. He plays his game. He's not trying to play like anybody else out there in the NBA. And got him a championship a few years back, but also got him to win tonight. 121-111 versus the Knicks. The Milwaukee Bucks get it done. So that happened around the NBA. Oklahoma City defeated the Sacramento Kings 107-101. Kings kept it pretty competitive, but Thunder outscored the Kings 27-18 in the fourth quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists on 14-26 from the field. Efficient night. Doesn't look like what's this guy? This guy didn't play. Chet Holmgren looks like he did not play tonight. I always look for his stats. But AJ Mitchell, once again, 18.7-15 from the field in 24 minutes tonight for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's what happened around the NBA. Miami beat the hell out of Charlotte, but whatever. Miami, I think, I don't know, whatever. But yes, Golden State right now up 30-20 on the Clippers. Game just started 11 p.m. on the East Coast. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Got the Nipsey on today. TMC marathon continues. Shout out to that. Rest in peace, neighborhood Nip. Just because it's a guy that motivates me still to this day. I'm gonna play some Nipsey when I get out of here. But all right, so we talk NBA and the Major League Baseball. Talk what's happening around those leagues. World Series now tied 2 games apiece as the Blue Jays tie the series with the Dodgers after an 18-inning loss last night. Bounced back tonight. Now tied 2 games apiece. The World Series and the NBA. We talked about Tyrese Maxey dropped 39 in the win on the road in overtime versus the Wizards. Giannis got 37 tonight in defeating the Knicks. The Knicks that people are saying that Giannis is going to end up with. I think that we'll see about that. All right, let's talk about some things, some real stuff that's going on outside. Real stuff that's going on outside, man. All right, I'm going to start with UPS. I keep having, talk about these budget cuts and employees losing their jobs and these companies getting rid of jobs due to AI or whatever. Cutbacks, any of that. And UPS is the latest. UPS cuts 48,000 jobs in management and operations. The company's stock increased by $7 billion as investors are excited about cost cutting. This is UPS. I'm talking about 48,000 jobs in management and operations cut by the company as their stock increases by $7 billion as investors are excited about cost cutting. But I mean, for real, it's really about UPS. UPS cutting 48,000 jobs in management and operations. I continue to talk about this here on this platform. It's not just UPS. Amazon, the Targets of the world, the Walmarts of the world. They're talking about really getting rid of employees, and it could be a sign of the times financially where we are, but it also could be a sign of artificial intelligence really taking over. Who knows? I mean, maybe I'm going to get replaced here with my Tim Duncan poster behind me and some, the cartoon that has Media Marcus, which is right up there in the logo. He comes to life and does this for me. I think that would be pretty efficient, though. I would obviously. It's 11:41 p.m., October 28th, 2025. I'm your guy, Media Marcus. We're here on the Media Marcus stream, and I'm always here with you guys. But yes, that's the latest. UPS cutting 48,000 jobs in operations and shoot, operations and management. So that's the latest on UPS. Once again, going through the budget cuts, costs. And then food stamps. I mean, SNAP, we know, EBT helps a lot of people in America. It's just that simple. A lot of college kids as well, stuff like that. But 48 states are warning millions of low income Americans that they will not receive their food stamps in November. The benefits, SNAP benefits, if the government shutdown continues. So that is 48 states warning their residents, low income residents, that they will not receive food stamps, their SNAP benefits, EBT, if the government shutdown continues. What's Marvin Gaye? What's going on, man? Like, it really upsets me. Like, I'm a people person. Like, I know what people go through. I know what I've gone through as a person. People around me. I'm a black man, obviously, as you can see. Hello, out there, if you can't notice that. But there's a lot going on in the economy, and people are losing jobs, and holidays are coming up. So many people losing their jobs, and you talk about like not having the SNAP benefits as well, the EBT because of the government shutdown. It's really just a petty party. You hate to see it get to this point, and it's really just a shame. I don't really know how. I don't really have to. What is there to say? When you see something like this, it's like, what is there to say about governments and politicians and things like that affecting people that really need these benefits to feed themselves? I mean, a very bare minimum thing. And instead, government shutdown continues. People are not getting paid, and they're taking away the SNAP benefits, stuff like that. Like, I'm a person of the people. I think about college kids that use this, people who are single mothers. Anybody that's struggling or uses this to help them keep money in their pocket, things like that. They're not going to have their SNAP benefits if this government shutdown continues. 48 states warn low income Americans that the government shutdown continues, they will not receive their SNAP benefits in November. November, the month of Thanksgiving as well, as the holidays come up. So it's just a lot of like rough stuff you got to talk about here. We're on Media Markets. October 28th, 2025. So I talked about EBT, the benefits, not being awarded possibly in November. If the shutdown continues, UPS laying off 48,000 in management and operations. It is a sign of the times. Um, yeah, save your money, man. Save your money. I need to tell myself that, man. Save your money. Like, what are you doing out here, man? All right. Here we are, but let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk some entertainment news. I got a throwback, some throwback vibes with Bel Air and a lawsuit as well. So let's talk Bel Air first. As you know, Bel Air is a spinoff. They're in their final season. Is a spinoff of Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the '90s sitcom, which lives on forever. But Bel Air, they're in their fourth and final season of the show on Peacock, and we've seen a lot of people come up on the show. We've seen Marlon Wayans, mad random, but we've seen Alfonso Roberto on the show, I believe. I actually don't watch the show, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. But Bel Air, they have announced for the fourth and final season, Janet Hubert, who played OG Aunt Viv on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, she will be joining, as well as Caroline Shaziki. I'm probably pronouncing her name So I want to stick with Janet Hubert on this one so we can make the clip clean. Janet Hubert, OG on Viv, will join Bel Air for the fourth and final season. In what capacity, we don't know. How many episodes she's going to be on, I'm not sure. However, Janet Hubert, OG on Viv, is returning, or not returning, but debuting on the show Bel Air this season in her fourth and final season. And I love it. It's good homage. There's nothing like OG on Viv. I don't care what you say. I don't like OG on Viv. If you really watch The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, I'm talking about Janet Hubert as she joins Bel Air, the cast for their fourth and final season. But OG on Viv, Janet Hubert, if you really watch that show, that chemistry was through the roof with her and Will Smith and James Avery as well, who played Uncle Phil. The chemistry was through the roof, and OG Aunt Viv did not play about nothing. She loved her man, Uncle Phil. Like their chemistry was really through the roof, and I didn't see that with the next Aunt Viv. I mean, she had really good, great moments as well. But OG Aunt Viv, she was really from round the way. She didn't play about nothing. I'm thinking about when she was in the dance studio after turning 40 and she hit the shorties with the snap. Don't play with OG Aunt Viv, but Janet Hubert, who played OG Aunt Viv on The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, is joining Bel Air's cast for their fourth and final season. And it's a very nice way to pay homage to the OG Aunt Viv. Shout out to her. As Janet Hubert joins the Bel Air cast, fourth and final season. So I'm really happy to report that here on Media Markets. It is October 28th, almost Halloween, spooky season, 11:47 p.m. We're 13 minutes from midnight, and we'll get out of here before then, guys. But yes, I'm here. I got a couple more things to get into music. Let's talk, let's talk Killer Cam. Killer Cam, obviously we know Killer Cameron. Well, I don't need to call him Killer. We'll talk Cameron. Cameron, the rapper, also host of It Is What It Is, Talk with Flea. He does a ton of great things. Cameron, businessman. And Cameron has a lawsuit suing J. Cole, the rapper. Cameron is suing J. Cole for not honoring their agreement after their 24 collab, which went down in 2024. So according to court documents obtained by TMZ, Cameron is suing J. Cole, claiming he contributed lyrics and a verse to J. Cole's 2024 mixtape Might Delete Later in exchange for a promise that Cole would either collaborate with him again or appear on his podcast. It Is What It Is. Cameron alleges that despite multiple attempts to follow up, Cole never fulfilled that commitment. Cameron also says he hasn't been properly compensated and is asking a judge to name him a co-author of Ready 224. I don't know. Oh, Ready 24, that's the name of the song. Yes, seeking a full breakdown of the song's earnings, which he believes has exceeded $500,000. So that's the latest on Cameron. He is suing J. Cole for basically like, yo, you asked me for a favor, and we said you would do me a favor back, and I ain't heard from you. And I've been reaching out, and you say you're too busy, and it's like, well, that's not how business works. So Cameron, rapper, host of It Is What It Is, Talk with Flea, all of that. Cameron is suing J. Cole, fellow rappers in court over a non-violent thing. So shout out to that. But no, these guys are going to court. It looks like, or it may get something out of court. I mean, I'm J. Cole probably like, all right, let me. But Cameron is suing J. Cole for, he says, not honoring Cole, did not honor agreement for their collab that they did in 2024. So we'll see what's the latest on that. I figure those guys will settle out of court, but sometimes you gotta. I'm not mad at Cameron. I did this for you. We said you would do something for me, and now I can't. I ain't heard from you. So come on, make it right. Let's get a hit. Let's get an interview. Let's make it happen. It is what it is. All right. So that's the latest on Cameron and J. Cole. Before I get out of here, though, I gotta talk Dru Hill. Dru Hill, their album. Let me see here. What's the name of the album? So it's wrong. They had a few albums, obviously. Talking Dru Hill. Enter the Dru. Dru Hill, Enter the Dru is celebrating 26 years. Let's look over some of the playlists as we talk Enter the Dru by Dru Hill, celebrating 26 years. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of my bag. I'm not gonna hold you. 1999. Oh, this came out in 98. So how's that 26 years? Anyway, Drew Hill, 1998 album, Enter the Drew, celebrating. If it came out in 98, let's look it up. Let's look it up. So we don't want to give incorrect information. That's not who we are. On Media Marcus, we are streaming October 28th, 2025, 11:51 p.m. And before we get out of here, let's just get the right. Let's get the right date this came out. Came out in 1998, so 26 years is not correct. It is 27 years, so people gotta get their math right. But all right, we're here. Enter the Drew. Drew Hill album selling. Drew Hill's album Enter the Drew, celebrating 27 years anniversary. This is Drew Hill. I'm talking about Baltimore recording R&B group, led by Cisco. But Enter the Drew. I mean, celebrating 27 years. How Deep Is Your Love? That was on the Rush Hour soundtrack, I believe, and I love that song to this day. Had a lot of, I think Cisco talked about it before, but some of the just the wordplay in that song, like he said, like Chico and speaking some like Spanglish, if you will, in that record, and he said it helped them build more of international vibes, international audience with that. Talking about Drew Hill, Into the Drew album, How Deep Is Your Love, Beauty. These are the times. These are the times. I mean, come on. So Into the Drew. Drew Hill celebrates 27 years, 1998, October 27th, when this album dropped. And some really good songs. How Deep Is Your Love? Angel, Beauty, These Are the Times. And yeah, I just wanted to celebrate them. 27 years, a really great album. And I love, like, Cisco could sing, boy. Cisco is really good at singing. I don't care what you say. I think if Cisco would get on a track right now, like on a hook, somebody's hook, he could rip that. So shout out to Drew Hill though. Big Maryland vibes. Yes, celebrating 27 years into the Drew the album. I'm your guy, Media Marcus. It is October 28th, 11:53 p.m. Spooky season is upon us. And I might think something on Thursday for y'all. Pull out a little costume or something, you know what I mean? Celebrate. But I appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. Obviously, we'll cut up these clips, get them out there, produce some content. But I really always appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in. Until next time, I'll be back tomorrow talking NFL Week 9, What's the Line podcast, and give you guys the latest in sports news and entertainment. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. I'll see you soon. Cheers.